Hang on, I'm trying to line it up. I think the cat moved the tripod again. That's okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Spokane Steve. We're getting ready for another game of Strat-O-Matic baseball. June the 16th. Today it is the Detroit Tigers at the Boston Red Sox. Second of a two-game set. Tigers won the first game. In fact, the Tigers on a 6-game winning streak. Let's see where that puts them in the standings right now. That's worth taking a look at. They are in fourth place at 30-27, 9 games back of the Orioles, just 2 games back of the Indians for third place. Boston 25-33, they are in 8th place, and they've lost 2 straight. Denny McLain, the ace of the Tigers, takes the mound. Wally Sheldon will make his first start for the Red Sox. Remember, he pitched for Kansas City. I want to welcome in Frank in his game, an exciting 5-3 game in which Ray Oyler was a hero. I think we've seen that movie before, haven't we? It's hard to forget when Ray Oyler is the hero. Yeah, I had a game just like that earlier in the season. Hello, Cosmo. Hello to Mike. Hello, Franklin. Hello, Kelly. Hello, Ben. Oh, yeah, he likes to get up here. Probably does it a lot when I'm not even looking. I thought I had beat the cold. I got the scratchy throat again this morning, and having to go out in 43-degree weather and go to my therapist appointment probably didn't help any. It's a balmy 53 now in Spokane and sunny. What a difference a few days makes, huh? Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting pitchers. McLain, as previously mentioned, the ace of the staff. 6-3, 2.73, 13 starts, 5 complete games, including 2 shutouts, 99 innings of work, only 76 hits allowed, and 75 strikeouts. Sheldon, we're going to have to go look at Kansas City to get his numbers. Let's take a look here. On the season, Sheldon 3-3, 4.74, 13 games started, 74 innings, 87 hits, just 31 strikeouts. Real life postseason. My teams are 3-0. I'm happy. That's all I'm going to say about that. You guys are welcome to discuss that. I'm going to get right to this game. And before I do, speaking of postseason, let me go ahead and reveal my schedule for the rest of the week because I can now. Tomorrow will be the usual 1:30 time. Thursday and Friday will be 1 o'clock Pacific time starts, a half hour earlier, and then Saturday back to the normal 1:30. So 1:30, 1, and 1:30 over the next 4 days. And then I'll see about taking a day off, but I might go Sunday. I don't know. In personal news, my best friend Eric from Orange County, Southern California, might, and it's leaning more to yes than no, fly up here to watch the World Series with me. It would be great to see him. He's also a big baseball fan, plays some Strat-O-Matic online, doesn't play any computer card and dice anymore. Okay, let's get going here. For Detroit, Dick McAuliffe leads off at third base. Dick Tracewski gets the start at second base. He'll hit second. Norm Cash in the 3 spot at first base. Al Kaline in center field. Jim Northrup is in right. Willie Horton is in left. Bill Freehan behind the dish. Ray Euler at short, and McLean, the pitcher, hits 9th. Here are the umpires for today's ball game. Nestor Shylock, we spoke about him a bit last time. He'll be calling the balls and strikes with Cal Drummond at first, Hank Sowar at second, and Bill Valentine down at third. So Shylock, probably one of the better umpires in baseball history, behind the plate today. He can't hide the dice, Cosmo. I've got those in the drawer. Everything has to go in drawers. The cards, everything. Actually, they're not in a drawer, but they're covered. But he's pretty smart. He can figure it out. I don't underestimate the mook. That would be a mistake. Okay, here we go. Sheldon ready to go. Shylock says play ball. Up to the plate steps Dick McAuliffe. McAuliffe hitting just .210. 7 home runs, 19 RBIs, but 35 for 167 and his 38 walks among the league leaders. So McAuliffe does a good job of getting on base despite the .210 average. Sheldon gets the sign, the pitch, making his Red Sox debut is a high fly ball into deep right field. Canigliaro going back at the track, at the wall. It's gone. A leadoff home run for Dick McAuliffe. And the Tigers jump out to a 1-0 lead for McAuliffe, home run number 8 on the season. And they lead it 1-0. I see we've got a slightly different look to the feed here today, for me anyway. Okay. All right, here's Trzaskowski. Trzaskowski has not played much. Just 1 for 4 on the season. The pitch from Sheldon, 1-8 right-handed. He struck him out. Exactly, Ben McAuliffe. Welcome to Boston, Sheldon. The home crowd thinking, some of them thinking anyway, we traded for this guy? There was just over 4,000 in the house, so it's almost hard to call it a crowd. Here's Cash hitting .271, 12 home runs, 31 RBIs. The windup and the pitch on a 1-8 grounder wide to second, scooped up by Smith, flips it to Scott for the second out. George Smith, back at his primary position of second base today, makes the play, and with 2 out, Al Kaline will be the hitter. Kaline batting .331, 9 home runs. His 35 RBI is second only to Willie Horton on the team. Sheldon's pitch is a .311, and he hits him. Kaline takes his base on a hit by pitch. I'm looking at Kaline's numbers again here now. For Kaline, that is his 7th hit by pitch. That would put him up there among the major league leaders. They'll get Northrup to the plate with 2 down. Northrup at .238, 7 home runs, 27 RBIs. Sheldon's pitch is a 6-8 left-handed grounder to second base X. That's Smith. Smith, a fine fielder, .228. Ranges behind the bag on a 6. He's got it, throws him out, and that'll do it. Nice play by Smith to end the inning. 2 grounders to Smith and a strikeout, but the Tigers strike first with a leadoff homer by Dick McAuliffe. And as we go to the bottom of the first, it's Detroit 1, Boston coming to bat. And taking the mound is Denny McLain. McLain, a fine card. The only bugaboo, a little bit of a long ball problem. Let's see how he's done in the replay. In 99 innings, he's only allowed 8 homers. That's not bad. The lineup for the, well, hello there. Hello. The lineup for the Red Sox is Rico Petrocelli at shortstop leading off, Lenny Green in center field, Carl Yastrzemski in left field, Tony Conigliaro in right field hits cleanup. He's also up here under the who's hot, who's not. His last 10 games, a .316 average, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs. George Scott, the first baseman, will hit 5th. Joe Foy is at third base. George Smith at second. Mike Ryan to do the catching. And Sheldon, the pitcher, bats 9th. So Mookie bursts onto the scene and then quickly leaps to the top of the tower, saying, I get it. I'm not welcome here. McLain ready to go to work. Here's Petrocelli. Petrocelli has not started in several games, so we welcome him back to the lineup, hitting .272, 5 home runs, 20 RBIs. Denny McLain into the windup now. The pitch is a 6-4 right-handed. It's a grounder to short X. That's where Euler's patrolling. 2E28. Euler into the hole on a 15. He makes a fine stop, plants long throw in time. Nice play, Euler, to retire his opposite number. That'll bring up the center fielder, Lenny Green. Green hitting .247, no home runs, 9 RBIs. Left-handed batter. McLain with the windup and the pitch. It's a 2-4 righty. Grounder down to first, Cash to his right, gloves it, feeds McLain covering, and there's 2 down. Here's Yastrzemski, leading the ball club in batting at .297, 10 home runs, 31 RBIs. McLain into the windup. The pitch is a 4-6 lefty. Liner to second, single to 4, and it's speared by a leaping Trzaskowski to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Sox in the first, and it's 1-0 Detroit as we move to the second inning. That's right, I just remembered I was not here yesterday. So how's everybody doing? Yeah, that was a busy day too. Maybe I overdid it a little. Of course, I went to Costco and only bought 3 items. So if you've ever been to Costco, you know how hard that is. I feel like it was a major accomplishment. Second inning, here we go. I can believe it, Cosmo. He does, though. You made vegetarian clam chowder. So are you a vegetarian, Mr. Kramer? Because besides being a postmaster, I'm also a general. Willie Horton comes to bat to lead off the second. Horton leads the team in hitting at .340, albeit with not enough at-bats to qualify. He leads the team in home runs and RBIs with 14 and 37, respectively. Sheldon into the windup. 6'9", right-handed, grounder down to third, fielded there by Foy. Throws over to Scott, 1 down. Hello, Mangler. Thank you. Yeah, I'm fine. A little scratchy throat. We'll push through that. Bill Freehan, the hitter, at just 209, 5 homers, 18 RBIs. Sheldon into the windup. That's a 6-3 right-handed. Fly to left field X. That's where the Gold Glover Yastrzemski is patrolling. 1E6. Yeah, it's going back on the ball. Back. He makes it, he climbs the wall and takes an extra base hit away from Bill Freehan. Oh my goodness, what a play by Yastrzemski. That's going to go down as a web gem. Yastrzemski knows how to play that wall. Two down, and here's the shortstop, Ray Euler, just 193. No homers, but 7 extra base hits and 11 RBIs. Sheldon's pitch is a 110 righty, routine grounder to short, fielded by Petroselli. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Raleigh Sheldon. So Sheldon's settling down a bit after the leadoff homer and the hit batter. And we move to the bottom of the second. You're not, okay. I noticed you've done a lot of things with it, so you're just a overall foodie, it sounds like, yeah? Tony Canigliaro will lead off the bottom of the second, swinging a hot bat right now. On the season as a whole, 243, 10 home runs, 36 RBIs. Denny McClain comes in there with a 4-2 righty. It's a high fly ball to deep left. Horton backs up and just shy of the track makes the catch. So Tony C gives it a ride. Loud out to left, and with one down, here's George Scott. Scott batting .247, 13 home runs, 34 RBIs. Pretty good power on both of these ball clubs. McClain into the windup now, 5-4 right-handed. Fly ball center field X, tough chance for K-line, a 2E3. On his horse now on a 6, he makes a leaping catch in center field to rob Scott of a base hit. What a play by K-line. That's another web gem. 2 excellent plays so far in this game. Will be on the highlights of the week, I'm sure. And with 2 down, the batter is Joe Foy. You go down to where it says create. Instead of upload video or go live, you select create post. From there, the rest should be fairly self-explanatory. I stumbled on it through trial and error. Welcoming in Joel Turney. Hello, Joel. I'm not a chef at all, Ben. Don't feel bad. I say I'm not a cook, I'm a heater. Here's Foy hitting .274, 8 homers, 19 RBIs, 2 down in the second. McClain into the windup. That's going to be a 6-9 right-handed high fly ball to center, backing up his K-line, 1-3 K-line. Another fine running catch to end the inning. Some fine defense on display here so far, and through 2, it's 1-0 Tigers. You know, I have to admire that, Cosmo. Get in there and you're willing to roll up your sleeves and give it a go. Alrighty, third inning. Denny McClain will lead it off. He's a right-handed hitter, 3W. Sheldon's pitch is a 4-8 right-handed. Fly to left field, playable for Yastrzemski. One down. And we go back to the top of the order. Dick McAuliffe steps in. McAuliffe's leadoff home run, representing all of the scoring here so far as Sheldon goes into his windup. 6-11 lefty. McAuliffe hard ground ball through the right side and into right field for a base hit. Let's check the battery. Sheldon a -1 hold. Ryan a 0. McAuliffe not held at 12, and here's Dick Tracewski. From the stretch, the pitch is a 1-8 right-handed. He struck him out. Dick Tracewski, not a lot going on that card, particularly against righties, and he fans for the second time. That'll bring up Storm and Norman 0 for 1. McAuliffe taking his lead as the pitch comes in 4-5 left-handed, grounded to shortstop X. Tough chance for Petrocelli as he goes into the hole. 238. On a 13, he's there. He goes the short way to Smith for the force. Nice play, Petrocelli, to end the top of the third. No runs, a hit, a man left. I've been trying to do less carbs, more protein, but it's certainly not an all or nothing thing for me. I don't have the discipline. One step at a time. And I have noticed I've been putting on a few extra pounds lately, so we need to nip that in the bud. Bottom third for the Red Sox as we go to the bottom of the third. George Smith will lead it off. Smith at 240, 4 homers, 21 RBIs. McLean with the windup. Here's the pitch to Smith. It's a 5-11 right-handed. High fly ball is deep left field. Back, and gone. Home run. George Smith ties the ball game. Let's take another look at that. 5-11 righty. Yep, that's the one chink in the armor on McLean's card. Smith has the power and hits his 5th home run of the season to tie the game. Here's Mike Ryan now. Defense first, catcher hitting just 161. On a 4-8 right-handed liner to second, single to 8. That is going to be speared by Tracewski. Here's Sheldon, right-handed hitter. McLean's pitch on a 3-9, grounder down to third. McAuliffe gloves it, throws across, 2 down. Here's Petrocelli now. Rico 0 for 1. McLean into the windup. It's a 6-4 right-handed grounder shortstop X. Euler will be tested again, 228. Here's the play on an 8. It's the E-range. 6 on a 28. This could be trouble. Euler's throw pulls Cash off the bag, and that's going to be an error on Ray Euler. Petrocelli at first with 2 down, no threat to run. And the batter, Lenny Green. McLean a glance at first from the stretch now. The pitch on a 1-11 right-handed. Ground ball through the middle and into center for a base hit. Petrocelli can go to third. 11-13, but Kaline with a -4 gun makes that a 1 through 9, and he will wisely stop at second. Carl Yastrzemski up with a chance to do damage here. First and second, 2 away. Yastrzemski lined to second in the first. McLean sees one he likes. The windup on the pitch. 5-6 left-handed, swung on and missed. Strike three. Big strikeout there from McLean to end the inning. Whoops, hang on. I almost wrote a 0 in there. Red Sox get a run on the George Smith home run, and it's all knotted up at 1 after 3 innings of play. Oh, give me a minute here. Get a drink of water. Okay. We move along to the fourth in a 1-1 tie. Al Kaline, who was plunked in the first, will start us off. Sheldon gets his sign from Ryan now. Here's the windup down the pitch to Kaline. On a 3-7, he lifts it to straightaway center. Green ranges over and puts it away. Here's Jim Northrup now. His pitch from Raleigh Sheldon. 3-10 righty. Fly ball the other way to left. Yastrzemski moves over a bit and makes the catch. 2 quick outs in the fourth. It's up to Willie Horton. Horton grounded to third in the second. Sheldon gets the sign. 2-6 right-handed. It's a high fly ball to deep left field. Yastrzemski back on the track at the wall to 12. It's off the wall. Yastrzemski gets it back in, and Horton's in the standing with a 2-out double. Let's take another look at it. 2-6 to 12. He rolled the 16 and ends up on second with the 2-base hit. Bill Freehand trying to pick him up now. Sheldon a glance at second. Now comes to the plate 1-9. Swung on and missed. Strike three. Third strikeout for Raleigh Sheldon. That'll do it for the Tigers in the top of the fourth. No runs, a hit, 1 left. To the bottom of the inning, the score remains the same. And then the Lion kicked the monkey in the ding-dong. I don't know what's wrong with me sometimes. I can't help it. Sometimes weird thoughts just come to me. Here's Canigliaro leading off the bottom of the fourth now. That, of course, is from Eddie Murphy Raw, isn't it? Canigliaro 0 for 1. Denny McLean, the windup and the pitch. That's a 5-8 right-handed, swung on and missed. Strike three. Second strikeout for McLean. 1 down. And here's George Scott. Scott flew to center in the second. McLean into the windup. 4-9 right-handed, swung on and missed. Strike three. That's 3 strikeouts in a row for McLean. McLean settling into a groove now as Joe Foy steps in. McLean getting the sign. Here's the pitch on the 5-4 righty, fly to center field X. Kaline on the run. 2-3. Here's the play on an 11, error range, an 8 on the 3. He should make that, and he does, and that'll do it. Fine play by Kaline in center. His second Gold Glove play of the game. After 4, it's still 1-1. Yes, exactly, man. Now you remember. Wait a minute. Little Eddie's got a joke. Euler will lead off the 5th. Sheldon getting the sign. 6-2 right-handed. He lifts it to straightaway center. Green is right there to catch it. I think that's the only one I ever saw. Here's McLean now. Sheldon with the pitch. It's a 6-7 righty. McLean bangs it into left center. Double to 6. McLean rounding, digging for second. The throw. He's in there. A 1-out double for Denny McLean. And McLean trying to help himself with the bat here. And here comes the top of the Tiger order. McAuliffe a homer and a single so far. That's the part I can't tell you, Ben. I do not know why that just suddenly popped into my head. I think it was the way I called the play, the inflection in my voice. It made me think of that, or the tempo. I gotta quit kicking this desk. I can see I'm creating little earthquakes all over the place. All right, here's McAuliffe. Runner in scoring position, 1 down. Sheldon's pitch to the lefty is a 4-9. High fly ball to deep right field. Canigliaro back at the track at the wall. It's gone. McAuliffe's done it again. McAuliffe having a day at the plate. So Dick McAuliffe launches his 9th home run of the season and gives his club a 3-1 lead. 2 homers and a single. Early favorite for player of the game right there. Well, there's no chaos that can compare with that 4th inning last night. Here's Trzaskowski with 1 away. Sheldon with a 6-11 righty. It's a routine grounder to short, picked up by Petrocelli. Throws across to Scott, 2 down. Sheldon rated 6 for relief endurance. Due to bat 3rd in the bottom of the inning, he'll face Norm Cash here. The pitch from Sheldon on a 1-4. Fly ball the other way to left. Yastrzemski on the run and makes the catch. 2 runs on a 2-run blast by Dick McAuliffe. So at the end of 4.5, it's Dick McAuliffe 3, Boston 1. And it's about time for a refill. I'm back. Was this young Sheldon? That's a good question, though, Ben. I think you meant that as a joke, but you know what? I'm going to look at it. Anyway, I'll take it literally. At age 29, Not really old, but this would be his last season in the majors. Broke in '61 with the Yankees. A very short 5-year career. Yes, exactly. Bottom third for Boston. We go to the bottom of the fifth. George Smith homered his first time up, the only Red Sox run of the game so far. Denny McLain with the sign, the windup and the pitch. It's a 3-8 righty liner right into the glove of McAuliffe. McAuliffe making an impact on both sides of the ball today, and here's the catcher, Mike Ryan. McLain comes right in there with a 6-5 righty, grounder to short X. That'll be Euler. 228, Euler into the hole. On a 6, he makes a fine stop, plants, and throws him out. He had a little extra time there, of course, with Ryan running, but a fine play nonetheless. 2 out, nobody on. Sheldon will bat in the 5th. 3-8 struck him out. 1-2-3 inning for McLain. We're through 5, 3-1 Detroit. Yeah, it seems like 29 would be right in your prime. I mean, things were different than they are now, I realize. I do remember that 30 was considered kind of old then. Okay, Sheldon in his first endurance inning facing Kaline, Northrup, and Horton. Jerry Stevenson begins to toss lightly in the Sox pen. Sheldon with the windup and the pitch. It's a 1-6 righty. Base hit up the middle for Kaline. Kaline with some speed, not held at 12. And the batter will be Northrup. I need another reliever up for Boston. Let me check the usage here. Bucky Brandon joins Stevenson, 2 right-handers. Sheldon's pitch from the stretch is a 1-5 right-handed, and he loses in ball 4. And out of the dugout comes Billy Herman. One more hit or walk would fatigue Sheldon, but Herman's not waiting around for that. Sheldon's day is done. He gave up a double and a homer in the 5th. Starts this inning off with a single and a walk, and he looks like he's done. So 5+. 6 hits, 1 walk, and he hit a batter, and struck out 3. With the righties coming on, they're going to go to Bucky Brandon. Brandon, like Stevenson, pitched in this game in real life. On the season, 1-3 with a save, 4.54. 2-1, nobody out. Brandon ready to go to work. Willie Horton at the plate, 1 for 2 with a double. Brandon gets his sign. The pitch is a 3-8 right-handed. Grounder to short. Petroselli shovels it to Smith for one. On to Scott. 6-4-3 double play. The third goes K-line. So Brandon comes in and serves up the worm killer. And it'll be up to Bill Freehand. K-line dancing off third. Brandon to the plate. 1-7 right-handed. Fly to straightaway center. That's Green. Settling under it now and makes the catch to retire the side. No runs a hit, one left. It looked like the Tigers were going to score there, but Bucky Brandon came on to extinguish the flames. It's 3-1, bottom of the sixth. Top of the lineup for Boston. McLean, of course, rated 8 for endurance. Man, I'm lagging again. Let's see if I can't fix that. McLean ready to go to work in the bottom of the sixth. He's only allowed 2 hits in this game, one of them a home run. Petroselli 0 for 2. McLean into the windup. That's a 2-8 right-handed. Hard smash to third. McAuliffe across to Cash. 1 down, and here's Lenny Green. Green singled in the third, 1 for 2. McLean into the windup. Going to be a 2-8 righty. He pops him up on the right side. Trzaskowski's got it. And 2 quick outs in the sixth. McLean coming right after him now. And here's the pitch to Carl Yastrzemski. It's a 2-6 righty. He pops him up right side. Norm Cash is there. And it's an easy 1-2-3 inning for Denny McLean. Through 6, it's 3-1 Tigers. McLean now retired 10 in a row. Bucky Brandon will come back out for the 7th. Mookie has just taken his position up in the cheap seats. I have no idea where he was before then. It's going to be Euler, McLean, McAuliffe. Bucky Brandon with the windup on the pitch. That's a 5-8 right-handed. Pops him up left side. Petroselli makes the catch. And here's Denny McLean. The pitch from Brandon on a 5-6. Grounder to short. Petroselli charges it, throws him out, and there's 2 quick outs in the top of the 7th. And here's the man of the hour now, Dick McAuliffe. 2 home runs and a single. 2 runs scored, all three batted in. Brandon with the pitch. It's a 4-12. High fly ball to deep right field. Could it be? Canigliaro back, and he makes the catch at the wall. McAuliffe came that close to a 3-homer game. He might get another chance. That was exciting. This fuzzy head is kind of throwing me today. Probably, at least partly responsible for a few of the weird comments. Just taking a short break here. We're going to go to the Mookie cam. Definitely fall in Spokane. I'm not liking it. The temperatures drop right off the table, as it does. There's the mook. Let's take a closer look. Yeah, he's not sleeping. He's just kind of... It's kind of a weird position, Mook. You do not look at all comfortable. Exactly. What do you think, Mookie? Oh, you know what? I just realized that due to my appointment, he hasn't had any treats today. Oh, that got him out of the tower. Here you go, my friend. There you go. I know, right, Ben? You think he's asleep, and he's on it. Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's what he was looking so sullen about. I haven't had a treat all day. Temptations. Not to be confused with his favorite, Delectables. Oh, he goes crazy for those. I only give him that every other day because he would become impossible if he knew he was getting that every day. It started that way for a while, and I realized the folly of my ways there, so we cut that one back to every other day. I give him that between 9 and 10 p.m. usually, somewhere in there. And when I first got him, I was giving him every day. He started bugging me by 6:30, 7 o'clock. So no, I cannot have him expecting this every day. Okay, that was a nice little break there. Back to the ball game. And we go to the bottom of the 7th. Denny McLean ready to go to work on Canigliaro, Scott, and Foy. McLean gets the sign from Freehand. The pitch to Tony C is a 2-7. Struck him out. Let's take a look at that now. 5th strikeout for Denny McLean, and up steps George Scott. Scott 0 for 2, whiffed his last time up. McLean with the pitch on the 3-8. It's a high fly ball to deep left. Backing up is Horton. At the track, at the wall, it's gone. Home run George Scott, and suddenly it's a 1-run game. On the 3-8 to 15, just did get it out of here over the monster. And for Scott, that is home run number 14. And that moves him into the league leaders category. Here's Foy with one away. Foy flew to center both times. McLean into the windup. 1-7 right-handed. In a tweener, he lifts it to straightaway center. K-line backing up and hauls it in. Here's George Smith, 1 for 2 with a home run of his own. McLean winds and deals, 6-4 righty, grounded to short X. That's Euler. Euler charging it now, 228 on an 18. He scoops it up and throws to cash, and that'll do it. Nice play by Euler to end the inning. Red Sox pick up a run on the George Scott solo shot. 7 innings in the books. The Tigers cling to a 3-2 lead. Brandon will start the inning. Do they have the only lefty is Bennett? They also used Osinski in this game. Osinski starts to toss. Brandon's worked 2 innings. Rated 4 for relief endurance, however. I'm thinking about pinch hitting for Tracewski. We're in the 8th. It's certainly within the realm of pinch hitting time, and that's what we're going to do. Tigers trying to add on. We'll send up Jerry Lumpy to pinch hit for Tracewski. And he'll stay in the game and play second base. So here's Lumpy. Lumpy hitting 240, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs. Brandon gets the sign from Ryan. Here's the pitch now on a 6-7 left-handed. He loses him ball 4. A leadoff walk to Lumpy. As it turns out, he would have also walked Tracewski. Here's Storm Norman, 0 for 3 today. Mike Ryan takes a trip to the mound in a close game. He wants to check on Bucky Brandon now in his 3rd inning of work. Shylock says, "Break it up, boys." Settling back behind the plate is Ryan. Brandon pitching to Norm Cash. And here's the delivery on a 2-6. Liner to second, single to 4. Speared by a leaping Smith. Next up is Al Kaline. 1 for 2 was plunked in the 1st. Brandon out of the stretch now on a 3-8 right-handed. Grounder to short. Petrocelli scoops it up, goes to Smith for 1. On to Scott. In time for the 6-4-3 double play. And that'll end the top of the 8th. Defense for Detroit. That's a tough one because the 2 I would replace, Horton and Northrup and Horton, due to lead off the 9th. I'm not willing to give up those bats. Okay, it's up to McLean. First endurance inning for Denny McLean, bottom of the 8th with a 1-run lead. Mike Ryan will start it off, followed by a pinch hitter. McLean's pitch to Ryan on a 5-9. That's a single 1 to 13. And on a 12, that will be a base hit. 5-9, Ryan a weak. Single to 13, double 14 to 20. Ryan with the leadoff single. And now we will have a pinch hitter for Brandon. Three innings for Brandon. Who did they use in real life? It's Thomas or Jones? It's going to be Dalton Jones pinch hitting for the pitcher. Some stirring in the Detroit pen. Two righties, Larry Sherry and Fred Gladding throwing. Jones on the year, 283, 1 home run. McLean working out of the stretch. The pitch to Jones, 5'9", left-handed. It's a high fly ball to deep right field. Caniglaro starts back. Northrup starts back, turns around, and just watches it fly. And Dalton Jones with a 2-run pinch hit home run has just given the Red Sox the lead. Holy crap. Let's take another look at it. 5'9", Dalton with the power. For Dalton Jones, just his second home run of the season. Can you believe it? Right, left, left. So you've got Sherry. Johnny Padres, the left-hander, gets up now. This could be the last batter for Denny McLean. Rico Petrocelli, 0 for 3. Here comes McLean's offering. It's a 5'9", right-handed. That's drilled to center. Back goes K-line. Homer to 13, and Petrocelli's hit it out. And McLean has clearly lost it here in the 8th. And here comes Bob Swift. McLean's bugaboo, the long ball, rears its head here in the 8th. And the Red Sox, with 3 runs, take a 5-3 lead. And with the left-handers coming up, they're going to go to Johnny Padres. So McLean in 7+, 2, 6 hits, but 4 of them home runs. Did not walk a man. Struck out 3, 4, 5. Padres getting loose. Believe it or not, he's got the lowest ERA on the team. 2-1 with a pair of saves and a microscopic 1.37 in 20 innings of work. Small sample size to be sure. I don't know if you could hear that or not, but I could feel it as Mookie leaped to the top of the tower. Lenny Green will be the batter. Still nobody out. 5-3 Boston, bottom of the 8th. Padres set to go to work now. Pitch to Green on a 2-7. Fly to straightaway center. K-line barely has to move and makes the catch for the first out. Here's Yaz now, 0 for 3. Padres gets the sign. The pitch on a 5-4 right-handed catcher's card. That's freehand. The Gold Glover with the 1-E-2. Here's the play on a 5. It's a pop out to the catcher, 2 down. Nice play by Freehand, 2 away, and here's Conigliaro. 0 for 3, struck out twice. That was against McLean, of course. Padres comes in with a 6-9 right-handed. He goes the other way with it to right field. Northrup drifts over and makes the catch to retire the side. But 3 big runs by the Red Sox. A 2-run pinch hit shot by Jones and a solo blast by Petrocelli. 3 runs, 3 hits, nobody left. And Boston takes a 5-3 lead to the 9th. And now they're going to go to their stopper, Don McMahon. McMahon on the season with 2 clubs, 2-2, 8 saves, 3.20. McMahon trying to notch his 9th save. Defense for Boston is really about as good as it can be. No changes there. And it will be Northrup, Horton, and Freehand. I want to thank everybody for being here. I sincerely appreciate you guys. Be here tomorrow, same time. Okay, it's Northrup, 0 for 2 with a walk. Don McMahon into the windup now. The pitch is a 4-3 left-handed. Base hit the opposite way. Drops it in front of Yastrzemski in left, and the leadoff man is aboard. McMahon with that deadly -6 hold, so Northrup's not going anywhere. And the batter is Willie Horton, 1 for 3 with a double. Horton, the leading run producer on the team so far this year. McMahon's set now from the stretch. The pitch to Horton on a 4-11 right-handed. Hit high and deep into the gap, left center. Triple on a 1. That'll be a double for Horton. Northrup can try to score on that, but there's no sense in that, trailing by 2. He will stop at third. So the tying runs are in scoring position with nobody out, and here's Bill Freehand. Probably 2 pinch hitters to follow. And now John Wyatt begins to throw. Out to the mound goes Ryan, trying to settle McMahon down. With nobody out, Northrup's run does not matter. Boston will play it back. McMahon's the windup. The pitch to Freehand. 5-10, high fly ball to left field. Yastrzemski backing up. That's going to be deep enough to score Northrup. And once again, it's a 1-run game. Northrup crosses the plate to make it 5-4. 1 down. Horton in scoring position, and we will have a batter for Ray Euler. And that's going to be none other than Gates Brown. Brown on the year, a .290 average, 4 home runs, 11 RBIs, and just 69 at-bats. McMahon checks the runner at second. Now comes to the plate, 3-6 right-handed. Ripped into right center, double to 7. That's going to score the run. Either way, it's a single by Gates Brown, and this game is tied again. Holy crap. What a wild finish. This is fun. Okay, it's 5-all now. Brown at first with 1 out. Brown comes through. Okay, I got to think about what we're going to do here now. We got to move McAuliffe to short. So Wirt will play third. And we need a pinch hitter for the pitcher. Brown's there for now. It really comes down to Wood or McFarland. It's going to be Jake Wood. And here comes Billy Herman, and he's going to make a move. So McMahon, ineffective today, comes out of the game. And on comes John Wyatt. As he gets loose, let's take a look at his numbers. Wyatt came over in a trade. He's only been in 2 games for Boston, 2.7 ERA. On the season, 1 and 2, 3.94, just 16 innings of work. And as he gets ready to face Jake Wood, let's recap the situation here. Tigers led it 3-1. The Red Sox, on a 2-run pinch hit blast by Dalton Jones and a solo shot by Rico Petrocelli, take a 5-3 lead in the bottom of the 8th. Oh, Morris is out there. Mookie just crashed into the glass. In the top of the 9th, Northrup singled, Horton doubled, Freehand a sacrifice fly to make it a 1-run game. Gates Brown came off the bench and delivered an RBI single to tie it up, and that's where we're at. Tie game in the 9th, runner on first, 1 down. And here's, oh man, I can't. We got to take a look at Morris. Not Morris, excuse me. He looks like Morris. It's Wilson. This cat's name is Wilson. I haven't seen him in a while. What is it, Mook? And Wilson's mellow. I've petted him before. I can't imagine Mookie letting a stranger anywhere near him. I've never seen Morris back here, though. He lives in the very front building. Not Morris. Why do I keep saying that? I guess because he looks like him. That's Wilson. And you'd laugh at... Mookie's all been out of shape. You'd laugh at the way I remember that. I think of the guy from Home Improvement, the neighbor. Anyway, Wilson's in the house, and Mookie not too happy about it. Exactly, Ben. Well, you know, Tim. Back in the days of the gladiators... Okay, high drama in the 9th as Jake Wood standing in, Wyatt ready to go to work. Let's take a look at Wood's numbers on the year. 297, 1 homer, 8 RBIs. Wyatt from the stretch. 4-5, swung on and missed, strike 3. Wood down on strikes. And it's going to be up to, fittingly, Dick McAuliffe. 2 home runs in this game. Wyatt pitched to McAuliffe. 5-4 left-handed fly to center field X. Green on his horse. 2E10. Here's the play on a 7. He makes a fine running catch to retire the side, and we're going to the bottom of the ninth, all tied up. 2 runs, 3 hits, a man left. Okay, now I got to sort this out. McAuliffe goes to short. In Oilers' spot where Brown batted will be Don Wirt at third. Wirt a fine 213. We batted for Padres, so he's out. And the Tigers will go to Gladding. And Padres in his inning, 3 up, 3 down. It's looking that way, Franklin. Scott, Foy, and Smith due for Boston. Gladding on the season, 5-3 with a save, 3.86. Wyatt Earp, where did that come from, Franklin? I remember Wyatt Earp. George Scott, 1 for 3 with a home run. Gladding ready to go to work now. Here's the windup and the pitch to Scott. It's a 6-6 right-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That'll bring up Foy. Foy has flown to center all 3 times today. Gladding set now. The pitch. 2-4 right-handed. Routine grounder to second. Scooped up by Lumpy, who throws him out. And here's George Smith, 1 for 3 with a home run of his own. 6 home runs in this game. Gladding into the windup. It's a 3-9 righty. Struck him out. Gladding with a 1-2-3-9 strikes out 2, and we're going to extra innings. Wyatt will come back out. Okay, let me clean this up a little bit. Brandon in his 3 innings, no hits, no runs, 1 walk, no strikeouts, 3 earned charge to Sheldon. McMahon lasted only a third. Gave up 3 hits, 2 runs. Wyatt came on and got the final 2 outs of the ninth. Free baseball in Fenway as we go to the 10th. It'll be Lumpy, and then the heart of the order for Detroit. Left on the Tiger bench, Stanley and McFarland. Boston, quite a few more players on their bench. Okay, here's Lumpy. Walked his only time up today. Wyatt into the windup. Pitched to Lumpy on a 4-9 lefty. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Second strikeout for John Wyatt. And here's Norm Cash. Cash 0 for 4 so far. Standing in from the left side. Wyatt towing the rubber. Comes in with a 3-2 righty. Foul ball back at the plate. Ryan back, tosses the mask aside and puts it away. Gets up to K-line. 2 down, nobody on. Wyatt gets the sign. Comes in with a 1-10 righty. Hard smash to third. It's Foy throwing him out. 1-2-3 10th. And we go to the bottom of the inning. Still 5-5. Gladding will come out for his second inning of work. Would you hit for Ryan with McFarland? Makes sense in one way. But if you do, then you've got a +2 arm behind the plate. So they're going to stick with Ryan. Ryan 1 for 3. Gladding with a 4-7. Fly ball to straightaway center. K-line barely has to move and makes the catch. Pinch hitting time for Boston. Looks like it's Osinski coming on. So if they want to get somebody on, it's clearly Tardable. If they want to take the ARN shot, it's Demeter, and that's who it's going to be. Demeter, the former Tiger, now with Boston. Gladding knows Demeter well as he goes into his windup. 4-10 righty, fly the other way to right. Northrup is there and makes the catch for the second out. And it'll be up to Rico Petrocelli, who homered his last time up. The pitch from Fred Gladding is a 5-5 righty. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. 6 up, 6 down for Gladding, and we go to the 11th inning. This is going to require a little bit more coffee. Holy smoke. So I know the key now to causing extra innings, just get a sore throat. That'll do it. Yep, that's what happened the other game. The last game we won extras. Okay, Wyatt's out, Osinski's in. Then it'll be Northrup, Horton, and Freehand. Northrup 1 for 3 with a walk. Dan Osinski on the season. Let's check his numbers. 0-1 with the save, 1.89 in just 19 innings of work. Facing Northrop, he goes into his windup. The pitch is a 1-5 right-handed, and he loses in ball 4. The leadoff man is aboard. Second walk for Northrop. Northrop, a star 15 stealer, now a +1 battery, so he's 16 held at 14. And Horton at the plate. Horton 2 for 4 with a pair of doubles. Osinski gets his sign, working out of the stretch zone. The pitch to Willie Horton on a 1-4, grounder to second. Smith's only play is to first, and Northrop takes second. Little inside the manager here. I was thinking of attempting the steal after Horton's at bat. Now he doesn't have to. He takes second on the ground ball C. Runner in scoring position and a 1 down, and here's Bill Freehan. Knocked in a run with a sac fly, 0 for 3. Osinski into the windup. Pitch to Freehan on a 1-11. Ground ball to first. Scott's only play is to Osinski. And on the play, Northrop takes third. So the go-ahead run 90 feet away, but there are 2 outs. And now coming to the plate for the first time today is Don Wirt. Wirt on the year, 247, 5 home runs, 16 RBIs. They could put him on and force a move. And that's what they're going to do. Intentional walk to Wirt. And that'll force Detroit's hand, so they'll have to hit for Gladding. Gladding was excellent in his 2 innings, 6 up, 6 down. And not much left on the bench. They'd better keep McFarland. It's going to be Mickey Stanley batting. I'm trying to think ahead here. I know we've got quite a few Tiger fans, including Ben. Would you leave Stanley in the game and remove Northrop or Horton? And if so, which one? Runners at the corners, 2 down. Osinski's pitch to Stanley on a 3-6 right-handed grounder to short, fielded by Petrocelli, and he throws to Scott, and that's the top of the 11th. No runs, no hits, but a pair left. Leave him in. Yep, I think so. For one thing, that would put the pitcher in one of these 2 spots, and all you've got left on the bench is Orlando McFarland. We're going to need a pitcher for Detroit. They're going to go to Larry Sherry right now. Sherry on the year, 1-0, 14 of the team, 17 saves, and a sparkling 2.15 ERA. So Sherry, being the stopper all year, trying to see if he can get this one to the 12th inning. Green, Yastrzemski, and Canigliaro due up. And I may have to move. Let's move the camera back a little bit so we can see the whole card there. Okay, here we go. Green, 1 for 4, leads it off. Sherry gets the side. He comes in there with a 4-9 left-handed, and he loses him. Ball 4. Leadoff walk to Green. And the leadoff man is aboard. Green, no threat to steal. Solid 1 through 13 runner. That'll have to do. And here's Carl Yastrzemski. Rough day at the plate for Yaz. 0 for 4. Sherry working from the stretch. Pitch to Yaz is a 4-3. Left-handed. Fly to right field X. Tough chance for Northrop. 4-E-7. Here's the play on a 3. He's not going to get it. It drops in for a single, and going all the way to third is Green. And now the winning run is just 90 feet away with nobody out. Yaz not held at 12. Freehand's -3 gun takes care of that. With Canigliaro at the plate. Canigliaro does strike out a lot. Infield is in. They'll pitch to Canigliaro. Thought momentarily about loading the bases to set up a force at any base. To Canigliaro. A guy who strikes out quite a bit against a strikeout pitcher. And here comes the pitch to the infield in. It's a 1-11. Infield in, ground ball A+, and that's the ball game. Through the drawn-in infield, Tony Canigliaro walks it off, and Boston pulls it out in the bottom of the 11th. Six to 5, the final. I'll have the totals here in a moment. So Sherry did not retire a batter. Larry Sherry takes the loss. He is 1-1 now. Osinski picks up the win. He's also 1-1. He only worked 1 inning. Walked 2. One of them intentional. Wyatt and his 1 2/3, 5 up, 5 down with 2 strikeouts. An 11-inning battle. Red Sox come from behind, then lose the lead, and then come from a tie, I should say. Push across the winning run in the bottom of the 11th to win it 6-5. Gladding in his 2 innings, 6 up, 6 down with 3 strikeouts. So the totals for the Red Sox: 6 runs, 8 hits, no errors. The Tigers, 5 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. I'm inclined to agree with that, Franklin. Player of the game, Dick McAuliffe with 2 home runs, 9 total bases. Attaboy to Dalton Jones with the pinch hit homer, I guess, but I'm going with McAuliffe here. Six home runs in the game, 2 by McAuliffe. Smith, Scott, Jones, and Petroselli also with home runs. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. I'm glad you guys saw this one. This was a good one. Tomorrow we're going to start off a doubleheader. That's going to be Kansas City at Chicago. In the opening game, Bill Stafford will get the start for the Athletics, Bruce Howard for the White Sox. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, Franklin. Thank you, Mangler. Thank you, Kelly. Thank you, everybody. Another exciting game. We've had some good ones lately. Couple extra inning contests. Whew, that was exhausting, I have to admit. A lot of players used in that ball game. This is going to be one to enter. Okay, it's lunchtime for me, a late lunch. I'm starving, so I'm going to get the heck out of here. Wish you all a very pleasant good evening. Enjoy the playoffs, enjoy your evening, and hope to catch you tomorrow at the regular time. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.